All right, in this video, we are talking about mind mapping. And mind mapping is basically our opportunity to get really, really, really clear with ourselves, right? I'm going to be asking questions that you may or may not. Likely, you have not been asking yourself these questions. And the whole idea is to really to get a little bit more clear about who are we, what it is that we want to do, and what is the vision that we have for ourselves. Okay, so Zig Ziglar said that a goal properly set is halfway reached. And I agree. Like, if you get really clear with yourself and your vision and who it is that you want to be, then it's so much easier to set that goal because it's going to be in alignment with what it is that you want to accomplish. But if you're not really clear about what it is that you're trying to do, what it is that you're trying to accomplish, then oftentimes you might set a goal for yourself and then you don't follow through because it doesn't really line up with what it is that you ultimately want to do. And so we're going to get really, really clear on that. Okay, so what are goals? Goals are essentially desires made precise with a deadline. And what's really cool about goals is that it expresses that you are the boss of your life, that you are taking responsibility for what it is that you want to accomplish within your life. But here's the thing. Goals need to fit into a greater vision. So the goal that you're setting for yourself, you've got to ask, like, how will accomplishing this goal fit into the bigger picture, right? Are you setting goals because you think it's something that you need to do? Is there a friend that's doing something and you're like, oh, well, my friend is doing it, so, well, I need to do it too? Or do you think that it's something that you have to do for work or whatever the case may be? The key to successful goal setting is genuine inspiration. You need to genuinely be inspired to accomplish this goal. And in order for that to happen, you need to be clear about what it is that you want to do. And again, that's what this process is all about. So, vision. Let me ask you a question. Would you build a house without a blueprint? No, because how are you and the people who are helping you build that house know what to do? There's no blueprint, right? You're just going to be running around in circles or nothing's going to make sense, right? Your vision is the blueprint to your life. Without vision, you could potentially feel like you're spinning your wheels, like you're setting goals and you're not accomplishing them and you don't know why. And like, you know, what it is that you do for work, like it doesn't make any sense. Like I feel like I'm stuck, you know? And without that vision, you could potentially experience these feelings of meaningless and directionless, and like, who wants that? And that's the point. That's why we're here. So, attached to the email that I'm going to be sending you is a PDF. And basically what I'd like for you to do is I'd like for you to, when you complete this video, I want you to go to that PDF and I want you to actually read it and I want you to fill it out. So this video, I'm just providing a little bit of extra context. And then in the PDF, it's going to give you a little bit more detail. And you can come back to this video if you need to. But I do want you to read and fill out the PDF. All right. And then basically, once you've filled out that PDF, I'm going to send you an email, and in the email, I'm going to ask you to answer a list of questions. You're just going to answer those questions and send them back, and we're going to move forward from there. Okay, so in exercise number 1, you're going to answer the following questions, and you're just going to basically, how would you define personal success? What does that mean to you? This might mean a lot of different things for a lot of different people. And it could be a lot of different things. Is it like, you want to be a successful business person? Do you want to be a successful father or parent, or well, obviously a parent, a successful rugby player? Like what does success mean to you? All right. In this next question, what are your most prominent characteristics? Like if a friend were to answer this question, what would they say about you? An example might be, are you outgoing? Are you chatty? Are you always smiling? Just think about that as far as your characteristics. Then the next question, what are your finest personal qualities? Again, if a friend was going to answer this question for you, what might they say about you? For instance, like, are you giving? Are you kind? Are you ambitious? what are the finest attributes about, or the finest qualities about you as a person? Okay. Next, I want you to reflect on, how would you not like to be remembered? Okay. Forget about how would you like to be remembered. What do you not want people to say about you? Right? Right? This will make it very, very clear about what it is that you don't need to be doing with your life. Do you not want to be seen as someone who is selfish, someone who is seen as who only cared about themselves, someone who, didn't want to give, someone who, just whatever it is that you don't want people to think about you? I want you to write that down. And then lastly, what value do you contribute to the world and all the people who are in it? What are you doing right now that is contributing to the world and the people that are around you? Okay, reflect on those, and then we'll move on. Exercise number 2. Now, this one's a bit deep. This one's a little bit morbid, but understanding this question can help bring clarity to all your future making decisions. And what we're going to do here is you're going to imagine that you've passed and you get to choose what people say about you when you pass. Now, do you actually get to choose this? No, like, you don't have any choice. But if you were able to control, if you were able to envision what it is that people say about you when you pass, what would you want them to say? Right? So you got this little tombstone, and they're writing this little inscription on the tombstone. Here lies such and such. And then boom, I want you to fill in that blank, right? And I'm going to use mine as an example. Here lies Stephen. Stephen was a loving father, a husband, grandfather, and friend. He dedicated his life to helping others and would do anything for those that he loved. For me, if when I die, this is what people say about me, I will feel like I have lived a good life. Am I living in alignment with this? No, but I'm working towards it. And that is the point. Understanding where it is that you want to be in the end will give a lot of clarity into what it is that you should be doing in the present, right? So I want you to take some time, think about this, and write down your greatest life vision, how you would like to be remembered. And then we will move on. All right, next, in the PDF that is provided, there is going to be 7 life areas, and there's probably a few more life areas, but these are the 7 main ones, and I'll go through them quickly. It's your social and your family relationships, how you interact with your life socially and your closest relationships. Are you happy with your career? Are you doing something that is meaningful to you? Are you learning? Are you happy with this area of your life? And if not, why not? Your money and personal finances, are you where you want to be financially? And if not, why not? Your physical health, your recreation, and your leisure, like, are you living your life in the healthiest possible way for yourself? And are you doing, like, your leisure time? Like, do you have any leisure time? Do you actually do anything recreationally, or do you kind of stay indoors and not do anything at all? Like, are you living your life in a way that resonates with you, or do you feel like this part of your life is lacking in a little bit? Your routine responsibilities within your life, like, do you feel like you're on top of your day-to-day responsibilities, such as, your laundry, your dishes, like the household chores, whatever it is that you have to do on a day-to-day basis? Do you feel like you're on top of those? Or do you feel like you're constantly behind? Giving back to society and contribution, do you have a vision for yourself? Is this important to you? And if it is, are you living up to your personal standards when it comes to this? And if not, why not? Mental and emotional health and spiritual health, like, is it important to you that you're emotionally and mentally strong? And if so, are you at this time? If so, Great. If not, why not? Basically, you're going to go through the PDF and you're going to go through, and there's 10, 12 questions, I believe, anywhere between and you're going to rate each question, whether you disagree, which is a 1, or highly agree, which is a 10. And at the end, you're going to basically write down a little vision statement for each one of these sections, okay? And this is going to take probably the most time. So I want you to go through each one of these 7 areas, and I want you to just answer those questions, whether you agree or disagree on the scale, and then we'll go into this next one. This next exercise, which is the final exercise, is you're basically going to write a personal vision statement for each one of these 7 life areas. And basically, you want to look at these 7 life areas, or this vision statement, excuse me, as the best case scenario for what it is that you want to achieve or accomplish in each one of these areas. Okay. Now, whatever you write down, it doesn't have to be your vision for your entire life. Maybe just look forward over the next 5 years, or maybe the next 12 months, or the next 6 months, whatever it is, whatever makes the most sense to you right now. Just think about a vision statement that you can work towards, something that you want to accomplish within that specified time frame. And this can be the beginning of where we can start to establish some goals. So if you look in your email, I'm going to ask you to pick the one that means the most to you, that resonates the most to you right now. And that's going to be our starting point. Okay. Hopefully this makes sense. Obviously, you can reach out to me via email if you need some questions answered. Go through that PDF, read the whole thing, answer the questions. If you need to watch this video again, watch it again. But once you've finished, fill out all the questions in the email, send it back, and we'll move forward from there. All right? Talk to you soon.